everyone. Today I will be showing you the student flat tuition feature and how to use this feature to override tuition for scholarships and special billing needs. The student flat tuition feature is a special field on Student Maintenance page 1 that allows you to override the amount a student is charged for cumulative class tuition. The fee can be any amount, including $0 if you wish to charge nothing to the student each month. When a flat tuition amount exists, the amount will be displayed with a pink background to remind you that you have set an override tuition rate. Let's go to our students from the main menu and look at our list of students. I'm going to click on Sarah Baker. I'm on our Student Maintenance page 1, and here is the flat tuition amount. And currently she does not have a flat tuition set. But if I wanted to put 0 in here, I would go ahead and enter 0 and save the changes. So the pink background is there to remind you that you have set an override tuition rate. And since a flat tuition amount of $0 is valid, to eliminate a flat tuition amount altogether, you just clear the field or leave it blank and save the student record. So I'll just delete this and save my changes. And then the background color of the flat tuition field returns to white, and there is no longer a flat tuition amount. And the second is the lesser. ClassJuggler will first calculate the total of all the students' monthly tuitions and then compare it to the flat tuition amount. Let's look at one of my demo students who has flat tuition set up on their maintenance page 1. So I'm going to go back to my students from the main menu. For my list of students, click on Ashley Dunn. Ashley is enrolled in 4 classes which cost $15 per class, $50, $45, and $65 each for a total of $220 per month, more or less, depending on closed business days for the per class tuition. This student has a flat tuition amount set to $200 lesser. When you run a tuition billing cycle from the billing post-tuition screen, the tuition engine would calculate the total cost of the student's tuition fees each month. In this example, ClassJuggler would charge the lesser of either the total tuition or the flat tuition amount. We can go to the customer and the customer's transactions, and here we can see that in December, Ashley was charged $200 for her December tuition. Let's go back to our student list and look at another student, Chloe Brown. Chloe has a flat tuition of $85 lesser and wants to enroll in 2 classes. All right, so we're going to click on the Enroll button. The first enrollment will be the Dance Ballet 1 class for 3 to 4-year-olds at $65 per month. When you click on that class, ClassJuggler lets you know that she has a flat tuition amount of $85, it's in the red here, lesser, and that she has been billed 0 in tuition for the current month. It defaults to skipping the initial tuition charge for the first month, so I will go ahead and enroll Chloe in this class. For the second enrollment, she went to the 3 to 5-year-old hip hop class. Okay, and this is a $55 per month class. So we let ClassJuggler bypass the initial enrollment charges for the first month's tuition again, since we're going to catch up on her charges by running a post-tuition billing cycle step. So I'm going to go ahead and enroll Chloe in this class also. Right, in order to establish the initial month's tuition charges for her classes, we need to run a billing number 4 post-tuition billing cycle step. If the classes were in the current month, we will need to be sure to set the tuition date to the current month before we begin processing. ClassJuggler will then total her class rates, which would come to $120 monthly, and compare that to her flat tuition rate of $85. Since the $85 is less than the total of all individual classes, she will only be charged $85 per month. Let's run a post-tuition billing cycle step now to process her December charges. From the main menu, we're going to go to Billing. And from the sidebar menu, we're going to click on we're going to click on the number 4 post-tuition screen. we're going to select the regular group, and we are going to put in the current month of December. And finally, I'm going to click on the prorate monthly tuition charges for classes because we are far into December and we have a holiday next week. I can then start processing. I'm going to say OK. So 2 classes were processed, and there's only 1 charge. So I'm going to return, and we can view this charge. All right, the December 2018 tuition for the dance hip hop was charged $13.75, and the other class was charged nothing because it must have been during our holiday close days. So from this point forward, ClassJuggler will be able to determine the correct amount to bill each month for the student when you run a post-tuition billing cycle step as part of your regular monthly billing cycle. In another example, a student has an exact flat rate tuition of $0 per month. This could be a teacher's child where you do not want to charge anything for the classes she is taking. This means that this family will be billed exactly $0 per month, regardless of the total of her class tuition. When this child enrolls in a class, you still want to select the appropriate tuition rate for her in the class in order to track what the normal tuition rate would be. But when posting tuition charges for the class, ClassJuggler knows to always post 0, or in essence, skip her billing, no matter how many classes she is taking. In one final example, a student, Wendy Knight, is in our special company dance group with a flat tuition rate of $250 per month exact. Wendy would always be billed $250 per month for classes, regardless of the total of her class tuition. So this concludes the webinar on the student flat tuition feature in ClassJuggler. I hope this webinar has shown you how you can use flat tuition for special billing needs in your business. I will now open for questions.